just above Kate's Run, and you'll find a big flat rock. And he said years ago the old people would go up there and the Budalamuj would dance on that rock. And the Budalamuj are the little people. So when I was old enough, I took the canoe and went up. So it's a story that he told me, and when I went up there, I found this big flat rock. It's kind of square, rectangle really. And you go there today and you'll see the big flat rock. Not many people knew the story about the little people there. Great-grandfather was actually born over there in that old field. We call it the Luxie field. And the story is just stories, and I don't know the pieces, but the story was, if you go over there today, you'll find lots of graves. But they're not regular graves, they're mounds of rock piles. And prior to a European arrival, our people used to be buried in mounds. And because, to dig a hole without the right tools, it's quite a challenge to dig a hole. So they dig shallow graves and mound them up with rocks. And if you go over here, there's at least 30 or more. But great-grandfather was born over there, and there were several houses over there at one time. And but the story was, if you go over and you look, a lot of the graves have pieces of metal on them. And a lot of the graves have pieces of metal on them. And we used to say, well, what's this metal? And my father said, well, it's a piece of stove, cast iron stove. And what it was, when the first Indian commissioner came here, Joseph Howe, he found our people living around here. And that's when he started to establish reservations. And as a gift, he brought a cast iron stove. And our people didn't really use cast iron stoves. So the story went that somebody hit the stove with a stone axe. And it made the strangest noise they ever heard, because they never heard metal. And it broke. But now if you go over there and look at the graves, many of them have pieces of that stove on top, because it's really an important thing. It was special, because they used to bury our ancestors with very important things that they could use in the next world. When they went on to the next world, they would bury them with artifacts, arrowheads, things that were really important.